And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video, of course, as always, we're going to be going through all the latest Rangers news from the sort of last 24 hours. And in today's video, we've got a bit with regards to Graeme Souness. We're also going to be going through the weekend's viral graffiti that there was there. Andy McCoy has had his say on it, as well as it does seem as though Hibs have identified the individual and the perpetrator and has been punished. So we'll go through all of that in today's video with a bit more as well. But let's start with what Ali McCoy's had to say with regards to the graffiti at the weekend. For those of you that haven't already seen it, I did a piece on this, an individual video discussing how disgusting it was from a select Hibs fan, or a group of Hibs fans that printed out stickers of the 6-6 disaster, put it on Ibrox seats and just graffitied the seats in general. Just disgusting. I've already done a video on it and gave you my thoughts, so if you do want to hear that back, go find it. But this is what Ali McCoy has had to say with regards to the situation on TalkSport. He said, putting stickers and writing 66 on the seats at Ibrox, I actually don't think this is football the problem here. I don't. That's a mental problem with someone. These guys are using football as the vehicle for their aggression and their stupidity. The problem is deeper than football. That is a societal problem. That is the people who are not right in the head, to be brutally honest with you. Who in their right mind goes to organise stickers and celebrate the death of people? It's absolutely ridiculous. Again, I echo what Ali McCoy has said. It is disgusting. As I said, I'm not blaming all Hibernian fans. It's not. Of course, on every single fan base, you've got idiots in general, but it does seem as though Hibs have identified one of the individuals that is responsible for it and have took swift action, as they promised basically recently before they did release a statement upon the incident happening and would take swift action. Apparently they have found one of the individuals responsible, according to the Edinburgh Evening News, and this man has going to be banned for life indefinitely for home and away matches for Hibernian. So this idiot will not be there again, which is very, very good. A bold move straight away. There is no space in the game for this sort of disgusting behaviour, and to be fair, that individual probably needs to find mental help going forward. So yeah, we're going to park that. I'm not going to give these guys any more light and more attention for what they did at the weekend. Disgusting, still disgusted when I see the pictures. Even 3 or 4 days later, 2 or 3 days later, and as I said, it's good to see that one of the individuals has been punished and brought to justice because he is sick, or she is sick in the head. Now, moving away from the sort of disaster, there has been a lot. I spoke about Graeme Souness recently. Graeme Souness' name has popped up recently a lot in the Rangers space over the last sort of week or so. There was reports heavily linking him in terms of saying that he was a big part of the managerial hunt for Philippe Clement. Clement has spoke about him as well, and yeah, said that he did play a big part in finding the next Rangers manager. Now, basically, I think a couple of days ago I said to you that he would likely be offered a consultancy role. It was reported in the summer that he was going to be offered, well, he was offered a full-time role at Ibrox and to be a part of the makeup within the Rangers board. However, decided to decline it to pursue other thingies. However, it does seem as though he is going to be getting an offer to come back, but as a consultant on a part-time basis. So he's not necessarily going to have a title or an official role, but will be announced as a part of the club, or coming back to the club in a consultancy role later on this week, according to the BBC. So that's pretty cool. However, Nigel Spackman has urged Rangers to give Graeme Souness full control of the football department of the club. So he's came out in the Daily Record and stated that he should have a bigger role within the Rangers makeup and in the Rangers board. This is what he had to say. When it comes to the owners, I would be saying whatever Graeme wants us to do, let's do it. Graeme has a wealth of experience in football. He's obviously been involved in football for his entire life at every single level, and even in recent years he's been doing a lot of TV work away from the UK. In European games, we've worked together a lot, doing all the kind of games in the Spanish, Italian and German leagues, the Champions League and the Europa League. He's built up knowledge of the current game. He believes that the appointment of Souness would be a huge boost to Rangers manager Felipe Clement. He continued, "It would be hugely beneficial to Felipe. Graeme would not be there as a threat. He's not looking to get back into management. His sole motivation is helping Rangers. He had a part in appointing Felipe and will be determined to help him be successful. The new manager has a lot of experience in the game and he will own his own ideas. But to have a sound board in someone like Graeme would be beneficial to any manager. No one knows Rangers more than him. It's not just for the manager or the coaching staff. It will be a huge help for the people who are running the club. I think you look at the last few years, recruitment has been poor, and it has perhaps in that area I might look at. It's not about noticing the likes of Kylian Mbappe or Victor Osimhen at Napoli and seeing they're world class. It's about searching in different markets and unearthing players who might not be the most expensive, but can be polished up to do business and then become assets. It's a difficult process, but that's what Rangers have to aspire to do, and I'm sure Graeme can help that in that respect. So yeah, I don't necessarily disagree. It does, as I say, look like he's going to be getting a consultancy role anyway. With regards to having control of the whole footballing department, I mean, Graeme is getting a bit older. Some of his shouts sometimes actually has turned heads a little bit. You know, he always came out and said things with regards to players and managers and how things operate. I think De Zerbi's a good idea of that. You know, he was saying, this guy doesn't know our game, etc., and he made a bad call on that. But having his wealth and knowledge in and around the place and trying to tell people what it is to be a Ranger or be a Rangers manager is quite good. So I think being in the consultancy role is good enough, I think. And it's good to have him in and around the place. As I said, someone that really does know the club from head to toe. But I wouldn't necessarily agree with that report and state that he deserves being in charge of the full footballing department. I think there should just be people or experts in different areas with regards to that, and then we can find it. I'm not necessarily wanting Graeme Souness heading up the scouting and recruitment department. I would rather someone in the now and someone that's going to be using different data presets maybe to find and unearth these gems. But anyway, either way, it does look like Graeme is going to be coming back in some sort of capacity as a consultant. So yeah, interesting stuff on that front. But to finish off, guys, of course, we've got a game on Thursday, another game, Sparta Prague, of course. Another game, that's what it is. You know, we've got games coming thick and fast all the way up until the next international break, and we're going to get a good idea just to see how Felipe Clement's ideas are going to be implemented over these games. But this is certainly a tougher test than the game at the weekend, of course, away from home, going to a tough place. We've been there before. I think we actually lost there. There was the year we got to the Europa League final. We did win at Ibrox. Either way, I can't quite remember. I know they pumped Celtic. I remember that a good few years back. But yeah, a tough opposition, someone that we should be beating, and I certainly hope we do, because we need to try and bounce back from that really horrid result against Aris on match day 2. So yeah, we'll start to build up to that game as the week goes on, ladies and gentlemen. But that's all I've really got for you today. Do let me know your final thoughts on that idiot with regards to the 66 graffiti, and do let me know your thoughts with regards to Graeme Souness coming back in a consultancy role, and do you think he should have a bigger, more official role? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.